Hey guys, I thought we would have a little chat because I haven't been on in a while, and we just did our Christmas video, which is the video before this one, I guess. So, what's happening? So I was just watching the videos from the beach this year. So I thought, I really don't talk about anything, but I guess I'll sit here and talk about nothing with you guys, and it'll just be in the moment with pass. So today is Christmas. I know, right? Crazy. 2018 Christmas. I'm wearing the ring Gerb got me. Thanks, Gerb. So I'm here in my apartment. You guys didn't actually get to see it because the last video I made was like a couple days after I moved in, so I didn't really have anything. So here I am with my sofa. That mirror was here. TV and stuff. And while everything is a-okay, I am trying to move again because I really want a real kitchen with like I miss the countertops, and I just think that it'll be way easier to have people over, and I want to have my family over and they like it here. So everybody's here, right, Lily? Andu? And I told them they would love it here, but it took them a couple months to actually get their butts down here. And yeah, so everybody loves it here, and I knew it because I love it here too. And it's just the greatest place ever. And I'm really lucky to live here, and it's amazing. And yeah, so I put on, that's what you're hearing right now is Gone Girl in the background. I just bought that movie on Netflix, which I thought was an okay buy because on Netflix, or not Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, I buy the top movies, and I would say this is one of the tops. Not as high as Interstellar or Inception, but it's definitely one of the tops. It was like it's pretty good. I think it's just like less good because I know what's gonna happen, and I've seen it a bunch of times. But I'm watching it, and yeah. So I was watching the beach videos, and I was so skinny during the summer, and I'm like, wow, Thinspo, you gotta lose some weight. So I'm gonna work on being motivated to do that. Yeah, I thought for a while, hey, I'm gonna go vegan, and I'm just gonna lose like a ton of weight from doing that and eating as much as I want because I'm vegan, and it didn't work, which I should know because I'm a nurse. Not yet. I'm a nursing student, and I know that the only way to lose weight is to intake less than whatever, burn more calories than you consume, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, the thing with me is that I sit around here, and I'm fine with that because, that's just how I live. So what's new is I got a job at a coffee place called Saxby's, and I've been there for a while. At first I hated it, and it's just a thing I do now that's just like, I don't really hate it that much anymore, but I don't like it. I mean, I don't know. I think I have I'm pretty lucky that I have, the people there are really nice. What's interesting is I work with 2 transvestites who are both named Aubrey, so they changed their name to Aubrey, which is a coincidence because, they didn't know each other or anything, and they both randomly got assigned to my cafe. And when I first met the first Aubrey, I didn't know if she was a girl or a guy, but later I found out her name was Aubrey, so. And yeah, sometimes she's nice. I mean, she's just like funny and whatever, but I don't know, sometimes I just look at her, I'm like, well, I work at a cafe that's mostly girls, and I'm just like curious about like what goes through someone's head. Like, I'm not like against anything, like I'm not a hater, I don't care, but I'm curious about what goes on in someone's head, and just like they're surrounded by girls and they just like, want to be that so bad. Like, how does that make you, like, how does that make them feel? And they just like wanted that so bad that they had to it and go all in anyway. That's not really, it was like more in my head, I guess. I can't really talk, I can't explain it, but I was just like thinking about that. Anyway, so like the main thing on my mind right now is I want to move into Unit 907. Hopefully the next vlog I'll do, maybe I'll be moving. Hopefully I really want to move by this weekend. I want to do it before school starts again. And I'm gonna have to come up with the extra money, which is gonna be difficult, but I think it's worth it because I really love that unit, and like this one's good and all, but I just love it and I really want it. And for like the next 2 years I don't want to be stuck in this little tiny place where I can barely have anyone here and we have to go upstairs. Like I want to be able to like host things and, you know, be like fun, even though I really won't want people over that often because it's like my space. So what else? There was something I was just thinking, but I can't remember what it was. It had to do with the school. That's what it was. So I finished my first semester of nursing school, and it was tough. You know how it is, nurses. The failing grade, I think I've discussed this, is a 77, and I was so on the border, guys. I got a 79.99 as my overall grade, which is like, you know, it's a little cutting it close, but you know, on to the next semester, and let's just hope for the best. I think that I'm going to watch a little bit less Netflix coming this semester, which is good because I got stuck in a little loop where I was watching Parks and Rec instead of studying because studying is just so draining. Because I mean, like, you know, sit in class for freaking 2 hours listening to the teacher read directly from the slides, and you're like, oh, shoot me in the freaking face. Then I have to go come home and do homework and study this material that bores me to death. Even though some of it's not boring, it's like interesting, but like after that day, I'm just like, I cannot listen to this like one more bit. But it's just what you gotta do to be good at what you do. I should be graduating this year. I'm not. 2 years to go from right now, so like a year and a half late, but get it done the right way, and should be good. I don't know, I'm just chilling, I guess, just creating a life for myself-ish. So I'll check in, I guess. Look how chubby my arms got. Go look at the beach video, and now look at me. I used to be like so skinny, and now I'm just like, what happened? It's because, oh, did I say this? So I got a swimming membership back in October or something at this hotel. And it was like $150 a month, or it was like $100 a month, and I was like, fine, I'll do this, it's worth it. And the first day I go there, first of all, it's raining, it's a 15-minute walk to get there, and it's cold. So I walk there, the pool is like really dark and like disgusting. It's like an old pool, like must have been 50 years old, and I'm like, I'm paying $100 for this old pool, and I'm like, all right, maybe. And then I go in the showers, and the showers are like disgusting and weak, and I'm like, forget this. Went home, canceled that membership, and so I've been thinking maybe I'll get a membership at Drexel starting in January, because, you know, new year, new me. Not really, because I did this last January too, and it's not really a new me because it's just something I do. So I've been running a lot, and I have been hurting my knees, and I can't do like these knee bending exercises I used to be able to do. So I think if I start swimming, it'll help stretch out my muscles, and it'll like be less on my bones and stuff like that. So I think that'll be good, and it'll help me be a little bit more flexible. And yeah, so isn't that a little boring story I just told you? My dad thinks I might have an autoimmune disease, which, you know, props I do. I think it's Hashimoto's disease, which I told him last year when I was learning endocrinology, and I was like, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. That sounds like me. And then this year, I'm in freaking nursing, and my freaking blood pressure is way down, and my heart rate at rest is like 40 beats a minute, where it's supposed to be 60, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just in great shape. And then I'm reading, and I'm like, you know, there's probably something wrong with me. And then the nurse teachers that I'm sitting there with, like, they're probably thinking, I wonder what's wrong with that girl. They're probably like diagnosing me in my head. I'm like, hey, why don't you tell me? Like, tell me what you're thinking. Like, I have like alopecia and like what the frock, dry skin and all that. But we concluded that it might be a thyroid disease. Yay. Not one of the worst things, but my dad called me and he was like, you know, that means you're clinically depressed. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just chilling in life right now because it's winter break, and the stress is not kicking in. And I don't have much else to say. I guess hopefully I'll be checking in with you guys later when I'm in my beautiful 907 unit and life is just on the rise for me, hopefully. I also thought about getting a cat. I'm just talking about random stuff now. But while they are 100% my personality, and I understand them on a level that I probably shouldn't, they will destroy my furniture, which, you know, I paid for a lot of it and it was expensive, and I would be heartbroken to see them clawing my $1,700 couch and peeing on some of my furniture, or getting mad at me and peeing on my stuff, which has been done to me before by a cat I won't name, but her name is Nilla. And I understand why she did it, but I am still mad she did it, because you cannot ever get rid of the smell of cat pee. So I think that I'm gonna hold off on that, even though I think it would be really cute and fun. I'm gonna hold off on that one. Plus, I don't have money to pay for a pet fee. Anyway, I'm out. It's been a good little catch up with you guys. See you later.